Hello all, welcome back to my YouTube channel. Hope you are doing safe. In this video, we'll be discussing about the e-grocery market, which is perhaps the most emerging online market in India. Yes, you heard it right. This is the most emerging online market in India. This is because of two reasons. First one being the ongoing corona pandemic, which led to lockdown on social distancing norms. This changed the purchasing habits of people living in towns and cities, especially the grocery purchasing habits. The second one being the actions of major conglomerates in the market like Reliance, Tata, Amazon, and Walmart, which owns Flipkart, etc. They are trying to capture the market in India and also to use this opportunity to the fullest. So, without wasting much time, let's dive into the video. In this video, we'll be discussing about how does the market work, and we'll be analyzing the market through the Porter's 5 forces model, and we'll be discussing about the market size and composition, and the 2020's impact on the market, and other insights about the market, and we'll be ending with the strategies adopted by the major players in the market. Now we'll discuss about how does the market works. We'll be knowing about this more from the sellers or aggregator point of view. There are 4 ways in which the players fulfill the e-grocery delivery. The first one being the dark stores. Here the player owns the products and sells them directly to the customers through network of warehouses and dark stores that they will be maintaining. This is a very asset heavy model. Players like Big Basket and Milk Basket uses this model. The next one being the servicing through service partners. The market player owns the inventory and stocks in warehouses in each city. They'll be using the help of some small retailers and mom and pop stores for delivering, and they'll be paying some commission and delivery fees to these mom and pop stores and the retailers. Players like Grofers uses this model. The third one being the omni-channel offering. Some players uses their existing store footprint and inventory to deliver the customers who are in the vicinity of the stores by incurring very low incremental costs and offering their loyal customers an additional feature of ordering through online. They'll be using either their own platforms or other aggregators also like Amazon and Flipkart to fulfill their e-grocery orders. Players like DMart uses this model. The last and latest model is hyperlocal model. This is an inventory-light model that uses the inventory owned by local stores to deliver to customers using an online platform to connect to customers and the stores. And this model requires very lower investment, but it faces challenge of lower margins and quality issues. Players like JioMart are using this model. Now we move to analyzing the industry through Porter's 5 forces model. This model analyzes the intensity of competition in the industry. The first force that derives the competition is rivalry among the existing competitors. Though the number of competitors in the industry is very low, the intensity of competition is very high. This is because in online grocery, rivals are highly committed and wanted to establish themselves as industry leaders. For them, acquiring new customers is the biggest challenge. Hence, all of them engage in giving huge discounts to attract the customers, and all major players in the markets are major conglomerates. Hence, making an initial investment in this market is not a big deal for them. So, we can conclude that the rivalry among the existing competitors in this market is very high. So, the next one is bargaining power of sellers. Sellers in this market can be retailers or FMCG companies or even small kirana stores in a hyper delivery model. Number of sellers in this market are very high, and switchover costs between them from the buyers is also very low. So this reduces. So we may conclude that the bargaining power of sellers is very low. But we should also note that the sellers are not more concerned about the buyers. It's just another platform through which they can sell their products. So even the sellers also not more concerned about the buyers, and this does not affect their bargaining power. And also the products offered by the suppliers are also not unique. Hence they cannot command huge bargaining power. And hence we can conclude that the bargaining power of sellers is very medium in the industry. And the third force is the bargaining power of buyers. Number of buyers are increasing in this market very day by day. But we should note that the customer loyalty in this market is very low. To be precise, if we adopt ordering from a player for a considerable period of time and another player offers a good amount of discount later on, then we'll be shifting to this that second supplier who is giving us more discount, irrespective of the number of transactions we had with the first one and other factors. So and also like a switchover cost in this market also very low. So we can conclude that the bargaining power of buyers is very high in this industry. And the fourth one being the threat from new entrants. There are no or low entry and exit barriers in the industry. Like there is no requirement of huge capital to start a business like a telecom industry, and also this business is not highly regulated by the government, and there are no hard and fast rules which are imposed by the government in this industry. And even the capital required will be much less if they opt for the hyperlocal model. The only factor that differs the existing and new players in the industry is the proven quality of the products and services, but that does not reduce the competitive force to the extent. So we can conclude that the threat from new entrants is also very high in this industry. And the last one is threat from substitutes. The main substitute to this market is the physical grocery market. Like it can be unorganized kirana stores or organized supermarkets that are mainly in cities and towns. Price of products offered in the online market and in the most of the organized grocery stores does not differ much. Moreover, the offline stores provide a feeling of haptic and self-check of products before buying. This increases the customer satisfaction, and also cost of switching over between the offline and online market is also nil or very low. So even this also poses a huge risk to the market. Hence, after analyzing the total five forces, we can conclude that this market is very risky for the existing players, and also this is having a threat from both new entrants and substitutes, and also the bargaining power from increased bargaining power from the buyers, and the rivalry among the existing competitors makes the market more risky. Now we'll be discussing about the market size and composition. In 2013, if we check, the total size of the market is $300 billion. It has doubled in the next 6 years and became $603 million. And even in 2019, the online market has only 0.3%, which is very low. But it is expected to increase to 3% within next 6 years. This works out to be a CAGR of 55.42%. Even the modern retail is also expected to double its market share almost in next 6 years. Now coming to the market composition of the players, the data available over internet is 2-year-old. So this data does not provide exact market composition of the market. In 2 years, before 2 years, if we see the market share, most of the market share is owned by the top 3 players, namely the Big Basket, which owns 35%, and Grofers, which owns 32%, and Amazon, which owns 31%. Now coming to the 2020's impact on the market. If we check the 2020's impact on the market almost doubled from 100 base from Jan 20 to almost 199 in December 20. Now we'll be discussing about the exact reasons for all this fall and gains into 2020. If we check in from Jan to April, the market fell by almost 20%. This is due to the supply chain disruptions and lockdown in the March and April 2020. But if we check from the April 20 to June 20, the market almost doubled from the April low of 82 index points to 163 index points in June. This is because of mainly the consistent growth from the organic adoption of consumers during the COVID. This was supported by the improved supply chain and also unlock one in the period. And if we check between the June and August, it also increased further even after the unlock because the most of the customers were habituated to it. And from August to June, the market was at the same pace with a slight ups and downs. And even at the year end, even after all these unlocks, the market was at the same pace because of these year-end sales and festive sales, etc. If we check about the impact of lockdown on some segments, if we check about the snacks and branded food segments, till March 20, it was growing at 5% per quarter, but it was increased to 75%. And some beverages like mainly tea and juice, it was growing at a low rate of 2% till March 20 quarter, but it has increased to 50%. And about now coming to personal care products, it has increased from 5% to 24% in the same period. Now we'll be discussing about other insights of the market. This includes mainly the changed buying preferences on account of COVID-19. If we check about the buying preferences based on the different cities or different age groups or different genders, we can conclude that even the entire segments of our population are willing to move to the e-grocery. If you check about the per capita spending of grocery, it was $334 in 2016, which was gradually increased to $419 in 2020, which is expected to move to $600 in 2025. And also the grocery spending as a percentage of GDP is also expected to grow from 19.1% in 2016 to 23%. And the grocery spending as a percentage of total retail spending is also expected to maintain at 65% by 2020. Now let's discuss about the strategies adopted by the Reliance in this segment. Reliance has a 3-way plan to capture the market in all segments, let it be like unorganized grocery or organized grocery or e-grocery. For organized grocery, it has acquired the retail segment of Future Group for a whopping price of 24,000 plus crores. If you want to know more about the deal, like why Reliance has acquired the Future Group, or you can check out the article written by me. The link of which is given in the description. And after acquisition, the Reliance Retail is expected to have a 40% market share in the organized grocery share, and it also operates through JioMart in the e-grocery market segment. And recently, JioMart also has acquired the milk basket for $40 million to increase its market presence in this segment. Through WhatsApp, it is also trying to create features like ordering from nearby Kirana stores, where it can act as an aggregator. Now Reliance is, the JioMart is available in 200 plus cities and 3000 plus pin codes, and it has increased. Unlike most of the organized peers who have higher presence in the Taiwan metro cities, JioMart has started its operations parallel in Tier 2 and Tier 3 cities along with the Tier 1 cities to get the first mover advantage. So, because of which it is now able to cater around 2.5 lakhs to 3 lakhs orders per day. And also, JioMart is providing a free delivery irrespective of the order amount, which in turn increases the customer satisfaction. Now JioMart is expected to have a retention ratio of around 80%, which evidences the increased customer satisfaction on JioMart. Now let's discuss about the strategies adopted by Big Basket in this segment. Recently, Tata Group has acquired a controlling stake in the Big Basket at a valuation of $2 billion. As we discussed previously, the Big Basket follows an asset-heavy model, so it requires a huge capital for its expansion and also to run its current business. If you check about the financial performance of the company in financial year 20, even though the revenue has increased at a growth rate of 36%, since because of its expansion and related marketing activities, it has incurred a loss of 700 crores. And Big Basket has raised $1.1 billion in 17 rounds since its inception. And currently, the promoters are also holding less than 10% of stake in the company. So it is now tough for the company to expand and also to compete with the existing players. This could be the major reason why many players in the Big Basket have sold their stock to the Tata Group. If we check about the number of orders that Big Basket is serving today, it is now serving more than 3 lakh orders per day in more than 30 cities. Before lockdown, it used to serve around 1.5 lakh orders per day. And it is now having more than 50,000 stock keeping units. It is now serving more than 50,000 types of goods through online. It has also partnered with Uber and Rapido to increase its logistics capacity. The logistics segment of the Rapido, which was at 25% of its total business before partnering with Big Basket, is now has around 75% of its total business. And also, if we check about the recent developments in the Big Basket, it has hired more than 5,300 storekeeping and delivery partners in last 4 months, that is Feb 21 to May 21. Order value and demand for the Big Basket also has grown by more than 30%. And it follows farm to fork model, whereby it procures the goods from the farmers, and it is now having a network of more than 12,000 farmers. As we discussed in the market composition segment, Big Basket was the market leader in this segment because of its quality in its products and also the good profit margin it used to maintain in this segment. Now let's discuss about the strategies adopted by the growers. Just like Reliance, Grofers is also trying to capture the market in all 3 segments. Yes, like organized grocery, unorganized grocery, and retail segments. To achieve this, Grofers operates through four types of stores. The first one being the Grofers Express store. Yes, it is like more of a dark store from where it caters the orders of the market. And the second one being the Grofers Market. This is a organized superstore which is franchised by the Grofers. It caters both the online and offline needs of the customers. The third one is Grofers Local Store, from where you can order the products and Grofers delivers the same to you, acting like an aggregator. The last one is Grofers Spotlight. Here it encourages the innovative products to be supplied through Grofers. To maintain the operations of the business and also to expand, Grofers has raised funding in 11 rounds, and also it is also expected to go to IPO by the end of this year. Coming to other statistics about the Grofers, Grofers has seen 70% customer retention ratio, which is also very good. And also during the lockdown, it has added 18 lakh users to its user base. To adapt lane supply chain, it also enabled bulk delivery in societies, where members of society can order the requirements of the entire society as a bulk. It supplies the entire requirements as a single order, whereby it saves a lot of money, and also that it can show it to customer in form of discount. Grofers has hired more than 2,000 people in both warehouse management and also in delivery partners in 2021. Now let's discuss about the strategies adopted by Amazon. Amazon has presence in this market through two segments. One is Amazon Fresh, which operates in metro cities, and the other one is Amazon Battery that operates in non-metro cities. Because of its huge presence in the e-commerce market, it has a good supply chain, loyal customer base in this market. And Amazon Pay, which is a UPI payment gateway, acts as support to increase its presence in this market. Due to its robust supply chain and loyal customer base, Amazon has seen an increase in the capacity of grocery delivery service by more than 160%, and Amazon has seen more than 60% of its new customers are being added from Tier 2 and Tier 3 cities. It increases the diversity in its customer base. And the grocery, which was a subcategory previously, has now grown 2x, and now it became a gateway for Amazon to add new customers. Amazon has increased its operations from 110 cities in March 20 to 300 plus cities in June 20. And it has also launched a local shop program in March 2020, whereby it connects 50,000 Kirana stores in 450 cities to enhance those Kirana and offline retailers to start selling their goods on e-commerce platforms. It helps to increase its existing footfalls of these Kirana stores with digital presence. And now Amazon is expecting to onboard at least another 50,000 Kirana stores by this year end. Amazon has invested about 11,400 crores in its marketplace, wholesale and payment platform in financial year 20. And it also stated that its food and beverage segment has grown by 5x in the financial year 20, and it is expected to grow at a similar pace next year also. Let's discuss about the strategies adopted by Flipkart in this segment. Flipkart has already started its operations in this segment through an entity called Nearby in 2015 to deliver the grocery, but soon it was shut owing poor customer demand and also low margins. Now it started its operations in this market through Supermart. It has partnered with Spencer's to increase its presence in the market, and it has also partnered with some brick and mortar stores to increase its presence. And recently, it has also partnered with Uber to increase its delivery chain network. Currently, it is operational in 7 metro and 40 plus non-metro cities, totaling to 50 plus cities of its market presence. It has recently added 8 lakh square feet presence so that it can increase its capacity in this segment. Currently, it serves about some 64,000 orders per day, and due to this move of increasing its warehousing capacity, it is expected to increase the current number of orders of 64,000 orders per day to 73,000 orders per day. That's it for now. Hope you have enjoyed watching this video. If yes, please like this video and comment your views on the same, and subscribe to channel for more updates and more videos like this. Thank you.